Thank you, everybody, for this amazing award. Thank you to Academic Outreach. Thank you to the award committee. This means a lot. This is a class that I spend a lot of time on, I care very much about, and I'm just so honored to be a co-recipient of this award this year. Thank you. One of the ways in which I try to make this a great class is I'm always thinking about the fact that students learn in different ways and that it's important to engage them in different ways and that students need to have different types of assignments to work through in order to do well. So for example, in each of the 7 modules of this online full summer course, I introduce the material in different ways. Sometimes, oftentimes actually, within one module, the students will have a chance to read or to listen to or to view what I'm calling my opening remarks. Those are my mini lectures that frame the problems for that module. And I've produced podcasts, I've produced narrated PowerPoints, I've made some musical animations. Those are really fun to make. And I usually also provide a copy of written lecture notes. And in doing this, students hopefully have multiple opportunities to learn. Additionally, of course, as is the case in really any good class, hopefully, there's different kinds of assignments, different kinds of work that the students are asked to do, so that, some students who love taking tests or are good at taking tests are going to have that opportunity to take a test. But in addition to the quiz, that is the first assignment for each module, then we have a discussion blog, which is sort of a casual format for discussing the material. Students are given word length requirements, and they're also required to respond to somebody else in their discussion group. I've divided the class into 3 smaller discussion groups so that we kind of cultivate a smaller community for talking about literature, and I'm responding to those students within each of those discussion blogs. The culminating assignment in each of the 7 modules is a writing exercise that builds on the quiz, that builds on the discussion blog. It's a little bit of a longer writing. I'm asking that writing to be a little bit more formal, and that we're caring about transitions and topic sentences and clear statement of arguments. And in doing this, I think the class really reaches students in a variety of ways, and different types of learners have chances to succeed in different ways. I am always thinking about the fact that it's incumbent upon me to make sure that the students feel connected to me, that they don't, because it's an online class, feel like they're not working with the professor. I'm always reminding my students to email me, to text, to phone, to have FaceTime appointments. I have like a scheduling link embedded in all of these assignments so that students can schedule an appointment with me. In every single opening remarks, in every format, I encourage them to reach out to me. I've had writing conferences with students all over the world through this online class. I've had students on aircraft carriers in the Mediterranean, or I had one, and most recently, I had some writing conferences with a student in Brazil, and we had to, work out some time differences, but, that's important, staying connected. Finally, in addition to thinking about the ways in which students learn differently, in addition to thinking about the fact that I need to stay connected to my students so that they don't forget about or walk away from the class or don't engage in the way that they should, in addition to those things, I'm always trying to have some fun. It's an online course. It gives me a chance to work with different media. The musical animations are really fun to produce. I have some introductory videos where I introduce myself and I introduce the class at the beginning of the semester. In some of those, I think I'm wearing some costumes. It's supposed to be fun. This is a supplement. This is one part of their education, and hopefully it's one that's fun and makes them excited about English, makes them want to take my classes when they're back on campus during the fall and spring, and sometimes that happens. The students that I first meet through English 226 online become my students here on campus in the fall and spring, and that's really fun.